Julies, you're most welcome back to my YouTube channel. How y'all doing? So today we are doing a leave out quick weave. Okay, quick weave leave out with my natural hair. Whoever thought? Whoever thought? And now I'm starting by using my comb to part my hair right from the center, and I'm trying to measure the side because I'm going to do the leave out. And you know, the leave out, you have to part at the center and then leave one side to the left and then one side to the right. So over here I'm just trying to measure the amount of hair I'm going to leave at the center, and I started by parting one side, or the left side and then the right side. And then when I was satisfied with the amount of hair I was going to leave out, I combed it thoroughly and then I braided it down so that it doesn't distract me from braiding the other hair strands I will be doing in the next few minutes. Okay, you can see that the shape is like a long rectangle. Okay, so that's how it's supposed to be. And then at my back, I'm starting by parting the hair diagonally, horizontally. Why did I say horizontally? But anyway, so I'm braiding it horizontally to the left or right, whatever the direction looks like to you. And then with a cornrow, I've already taught how to braid cornrow. So if you don't know how to braid your own cornrow, I would highly recommend that you check my hair playlist and then you look at how I braid my cornrows. Okay, it is not the best, it is not perfect, but definitely you'll be able to make do of what you have at the end of the day. And I'm using this braid pattern to do the quick weave. There are some people who would braid everything backwards after parting the hair, like the one I braided at the center. There are some people who would braid it backwards, but for the purpose of this hair, this foundation or this cornrow foundation is usually what most people use, and it is very, very convenient. So you can see that after I did the back, I am also trying to do the same cornrows, matching it to my left side or my right side. I don't know how it is looking, but matching it to my left side and then braiding all the way to the back. Okay, so that it is, the direction is what you are seeing. So basically that is how it is. I also have already taught you how to place your mirrors to braid your hair. So over here I'm using two mirrors. I have one mirror in front of me, and then you can see there's another mirror at the back, and I'm able to see both my back and front. So if you are confused about the mirror placement, I also have another video that you can check it out on my hair playlist. It will be very, very helpful. And then when you're also braiding your natural hair, I highly recommend that you make use of some clips. You can see that I am using a lot of clips in this braiding so that the hair doesn't get in my way. I'm fairly new to natural hair community, and since I started my journey, this is how I'm able to control my hair. Now with the cornrows, when I get to the back, I braid it straight down. Okay, and then as I am braiding the cornrows, I am joining the hair strands of the previous cornrows to the one I am doing, so that when I am done, there won't be a lot of hair strands or individual cornrows hanging around for me to work on. I hope you get the explanation. So as I braid in the other cornrows or the previous cornrows so that they are all tucked inside. And then when I braid everything down, then I take a crochet pin and crochet all the strands that are standing or hanging. And because I already tagged in a lot of the strands, there is not a lot of cornrows or strands for me to tuck in, so it's just about 3 strands. And then I'm using my crochet pin to do the tuck in so that nothing is being hanged or left out before I start doing my hair. So basically this is the foundation. Very cutesy, very demure, very mindful, very considerate. Now at this point you can decide to use hair oil or any hydration that you use, hydration product, but then I didn't use any because I'm going to use glue, and I don't want it to remove or loosen, so that's why I'm not adding anything to my scalp. Now I'm supposed to actually use a black hair net, but I don't have a black hair net. That's why I'm using this color, and you're going to see how I'll turn it into a black hair net in the next few minutes. And I'm going to be using this High Beams Intense temporary black spray. It comes in different colors. I got this when I was in the US. I think you can get some in Ghana. Yeah, you can get some in Ghana, definitely. So if you don't have a black net, but then I'll highly recommend you get a black net before you start this tutorial, because I had the the intense beam spray. That's why I didn't have any issue going ahead without purchasing the black nets. But this particular product is a protective shield, which I'm going to pour all over my head so that it protects my natural hair from the hair glue I'll be using. And I'm using this brush to spread the protective shield all across my hair so that the glue rather sits on the protective shield. Okay, it is not going to shield it entirely, or like at the end of the day you are still going to get some amount of glue in your hair, but for the most part it's going to protect your hair. So it's like it's better than none. So basically it's better than none. So even though you may, if you don't have a protective shield, you may go ahead to apply the glue in your hair, but the protective shield is way better and you won't stand a chance of losing too much hair at the end of the extension or the quick weave. Now when you are done, just blow dry it to make sure that it is completely dry and a little bit hard. Now for my super hair bonding glue, I'm using this bonding glue by Salon Pro. I also got it in the US. It's on Amazon. It's available on Amazon. So all the products I'm mentioning are all available on Amazon. My Amazon storefront is linked in my description box. If you're interested, you can go on there and make your purchase. But if you are in Ghana and if you may not have any access to the Amazon, you can definitely walk into a wig shop and purchase any professional hair bonding glue. Now over here you can see that I am applying the glue at the edges of all the parts I sprayed. Okay, so you can clearly see my edges and then where I'll be doing the cutting. So you see that I'll be doing I'll cut a portion of the net, but I'm applying the glue so that the net doesn't remove or detach from my hair when I attach the hair extensions on my head. Now this is the hair I'm going to use. It's called Organic Tangle Free. It is 100% human hair. I also got it in the US. I got it from a beauty supply store. So I'm not sure if it's on Amazon, and I haven't also explored its availability in Ghana, so I don't know, but you can definitely try and see. Now before you attach the hair onto your head, you want to make sure that you are measuring where you are going to attach the extension. And when you measure, you use the glue to apply at the weft, and then you blow dry it a little bit to make it tacky, and then you attach it onto your head or where you did the measurement. You hold it firmly and then you use a blow dry to blow dry it. I'm blow drying it on warm to low heat. Okay, I forgot to cut the net, so I went ahead to do the back, but then when I remembered, I cut it immediately because I wasn't far gone into the style. Okay, now after cutting the net, I am going ahead to also measure the next step, and with the next step I am doing like my back ear. You see where I'm doing the measurement. I cut the extension and then I applied the glue, and I went back to attach it onto where I did the measurement, and then I held it firmly and blow dried until it was completely dry. So you need to make sure that you are blow drying every step until it is completely dry before you move on to the next. Okay, now when you attach the glue onto the hair, you want to make sure that the glue is a little bit tacky before you bring it all the way to where you measure. Now I would say that it takes a little bit of practice to do this, because you can clearly see that I don't have any markings on my head, and I also don't have any tape measure on my hair or in my hands. I'm just using my fingers to do the calculation, all with the help of the mirror I have set at my front and at my back. Okay, now for my third installation or attachment, I am going to go all the way to my head because I want the hair to really fall in my face, and because my natural hair is not a lot, I don't want to leave it too open. I don't know if you are getting me. So that's why I am bringing the extension all the way to my front, and then I attached, or I have applied the glue on the net, made it a little bit tacky, and then I brought it all the way to the other side as well, so that the hair would beautifully fall on at my front, and everything will be nice and sweet and cutesy and demure. Okay, now for the rest of the attachments, I am going to do the same thing. I measure where I want to place the extension, and then I apply the glue on the extension. I blow dry it to make it a little bit tacky, and then I go back to place it onto my head. Now you want to make sure that you are placing the extensions at the right spot so that you don't focus too much on on one side. And one way you can do that is by measuring. And with the extensions, I started by attaching like double wefting. I did double wefting for all the attachments I have done so far. Double wefting simply means that you take, instead of one weft, you take two wefts, you apply the glue, and then you attach it onto your head. So that's what double wefting is. And then when I go to the center, you get it. So this is what I'm trying to say. That is double wefting. This is single wefting. So when I was gradually coming up, then I transition to single wefting because I didn't want my top to be too bulky. Do you understand? So where I have gotten to, I am only doing the single weft so that it doesn't become bulky at the end of the day. And please watch carefully. I always say that for some of these hair tutorials, you need to watch very carefully and then repetitive so that you practice alongside. Otherwise, you can definitely not watch one video once and then you will be good, especially if you're a beginner. Okay, it takes a whole lot of practice and discipline to be able to master some of these skills. So I beg of you, please watch it repetitive because there's only too much we can put together in one video for you to see. And the best you can do is to repeat it so many times, practice as much as you can, and go ahead and master the skill. That's the only way, basically. So with the last attachment I am doing, you can see that I am bringing the extension all the way close to my scalp, and it won't worry because I'm going to use a glue remover to remove it. Because I also want it to also come very close to the leave out I'm going to make so that it doesn't leave too much space at the center. Now this is a heat protectant spray. I also got it from Amazon. It's called Chi. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation. And then I'm also using this olive oil sheen heat protectant. So I'm using one dry heat protectant and then one sheen heat protectant so that my hair or my leave out is well protected. And I'm going in with this detangling brush from Hair Assets GH. You can check her up on Instagram. And then I blow dry my hair very dry, and then I parted the center just as it should be. Now when I realized that I was satisfied with my pattern, I went ahead to part my hair into smaller sections and went in with my hot comb to comb all the parts so that the hair is well sleek and nice. You have to use a heat protectant, otherwise your hair is really going to break at the end of this extension. So you need to really use a heat protectant. Now I'm going in with this Nairobi spray. I also got it from Amazon. There are a lot of it available in Ghana here as well. And then after the application, I'm using this drag to scarf it, and then I'll blow dry it. I waited until the next day because it was already night time, and then I did one side and I realized it was looking good, so I applied the same technique for the other side. And I started by applying a holding spray. You can use got to be glue spray. The holding spray I'm using is from a brand called Wigs by May. I also bought it from her website when I was in the US, but I can use a got to be glue spray. I sprayed it on that part to use my hot comb so that that part can really lay flat. And then when it was flat, I used my straightener to straighten my natural hair so that I get the best of it, basically, so that I get the best of it because my hair is natural. If my hair was permed, it would have been very easier. I used to have permed hair about a year ago, and I did this hairstyle. It was very nice and sleek, so I won't be surprised if you have a hairstyle like a permed hair and it comes out as sleek, and you don't have to do all this work because permed hair is usually very easy to work with. Because my hair is natural, that's why I am going through all these steps. But basically, if your hair is natural, this is a good step for you to follow. And then I applied gel on my natural hair after all the processes, and it kind of blended in well. It is not 100%, I would say. It is not 100% to my satisfaction, but at least I was able to get somewhere. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the results, honey. So yeah, let me know what you think. I actually have an update on this hairstyle. It started lifting about 5 hours of the hairstyle when I did the hairstyle, and it's because my hair is natural. Basically, I wasn't happy about it, but I'm glad it came out nice. I mean, that's why it's a quick weave anyway. If your hair is permed, it is definitely going to keep you for about a week or two, because when my hair was permed, I used to do this hairstyle like once or twice a year, and it could keep me or hold me for about a week or two. But this one started lifting after about 5 hours. But basically, yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section. My name is Juliana Amwating. For those of you who don't know me, I post hair tutorials or beauty tutorials on Saturdays, and then my vlogs on Wednesdays. I'll see you soon. Do take care, and do check out my other hair tutorials in my playlist. Have a good day. Bye.